What if this would be the day was sung by Salem? What if this was the day Salem waited for?
RWBY is a 3D animated series by Rooster Teeth. Check it out at roosterteeth.com.
What the hell is bloody evolution? I mean, we've heard it in a couple of songs like This Will Be the Day and All Things Must Die, but what is it referencing? You know, do people actually know what's going on? I don't think so. I have a little bit of a theory, and it's probably not so niche. People probably figured this out, but I just want to get my thoughts out on what bloody evolution is and what it has to do with Salem. So in this theory, I'm gonna assume that This Will Be the Day is sung by Salem. And I'm gonna talk about how it could be possible and what the repercussions of that would be. Here we go. We have This Year's More Than Helpless, This Year's Just a Child. Yeah, whatever. It's cool. It's obviously talking about RWBY or any protagonist hunter or huntress, right? It's because it's kind of hopeful. It's like you'll sprout into this beautiful thing. I like it. Yeah, I get it, but I don't think it's not in first person, so it could still be sung by Salem. Surprised when they find out that a warrior will soon run wild. Now, who's this day? Oh, it's obviously not the same person. I thought it was the world, the rest of the world. So this little huntress is just a child, and she'll surprise the world when they found out that she will be like a really badass fighter. And okay, prepare for your greatest moments. That this is still hopeful. And then we get this interesting thing. We are lightning. And why is this interesting? Because it's in first person. That's the first thing we get in first person. We, me the singer, and other people apparently, are lightning. I have no idea what it means. I thought about it because we hear a lyric about lightning in the volume 6 opening. The lightning doesn't take it back from anyone. And I thought it had something to do with stealing thunder. You stealing my thunder? Like the series isn't about the huntresses, it's about Salem and Ospen. You know, but I don't know. It's kind of a stretch. We are lightning straying from the thunder. It's a stretch, so I'm just gonna leave that for you guys. What do you think this even means? Miracles of Ancient Wonder. My guess is she's probably referencing herself and Ospen as a legacy of ancient humanity or of the gods, because you know. It's talking about ancient stuff. I could see this being used to describe something religious. So this will be the day we waited for. This will be the day we open up the door. So there's gonna be a really good day for the good guys or the bad guys. This will be the day Salem waited for. I don't want to hear absolution. Now, absolution is like a religious kind of forgiveness. For example, I remember when the Pope, I don't remember exactly when the Pope did that in the Crusades, but the Pope sent people on crusades, and to convince them, he'd give them like his absolution, like, you know, you'll go to heaven, whatever sins you've done, you'll be fine. Just fight for me, please. So yeah, this is basically like no forgiveness, and especially it has a religious context, and it's relevant because of, you know, the whole God thing. Hope you're ready for a revolution against the Muggles. I call them Muggles, the new humans, just because they don't have magic, even though they have semblances. I think it's this is Salem warning the huntresses. She was obviously referencing hunters and huntresses before. I think this is Salem warning the hunters that she's gonna revolt against the humans that are not magic. So everyone except her and Ospen. Welcome to a world of new solutions. Now, solutions to what problems? That's my first question. And I ended up thinking that it's the solution is to spite the gods. Whatever the problem is, frustration and immortality. It's not specific. It's not like an event. Oh, this is happening and I don't like it. No, it's you know, man, I've lived for like 1,000,000 years. I just want to die, or I just want to kill the gods because they did this to me. So the solutions to this odd problem are to spite the gods. And we've seen that in Volume 6, Chapter 3, when Salem says that the gods are fallible. She wants to fight against them a lot, and when she's left alone, she blames the gods and stuff. So yeah, it would make sense that she would kill the new humanity to spite the gods and become a god. She literally says, "We could be the gods of this world." Welcome to a world of bloody evolution. Here we go. What is bloody evolution? I think it's referencing what Salem was saying to Ozma when they're still married and a happy couple, when they're in the castle in the Dark Domain. She could get rid of the people who don't follow her. She wanted to turn them into something that they'll never be. In time your heart will open minds, a story will be told, and victory is in a simple soul. Probably something to do with Volume 10. Yeah, I mean, the simple soul thing is a motif that, not a musical motif this time, but it's a motif that's been around since Volume 1, Chapter 1. We hear about it again in the finale of Volume 3, when Salem responds to the monologue, and it's not really a monologue, to the epistolary narrative from the start of Volume 1. So I think this is still talking about the hunters, right? And I don't think this is strictly supposed to be for the good guys. You know, victory could be with the bad guys, and maybe they have a simple soul or something. You know, I think that's definitely possible, and it would be a really cool plot twist. Your world needs a great defender. Yeah, this is still talking up to the hunter, and then this could be Salem. Beware that the light is fading. Beware if the dark returns. This world's unforgiving if your brilliant lights will cease to burn. Now, it's obviously like building down the confidence of a hunter. It could be, but it might also motivate and warn the hunter of the intentions of the evil people. But I mean, Salem literally said this in her Volume 1 epistolary. This world's unforgiving. Like the whole analogy of the lights, even the smallest spark can ignite hope or change, but even the most brilliant lights eventually flicker and die. So that's her thing. This is kind of quoting Salem. Legends scatter. For example, no one remembers the origin of fairy tales, like the two brothers, the girl in the tower, and eventually the shallow sea. I'm really hyped to know what the shallow sea is. Oh, and the maidens as well. Yeah, the maidens have become stupid fairy tales. Day and night will sever. Having this image in my head of day and night getting divided is such a strong imagery for the god of light and darkness. I thought it could be good and evil, but I mean, the first thing I thought was the light and darkness, both the gods and the dominions. Yeah, still a really good foreshadowing from Volume 4 when we find out about the gods on light and dark. Now, bloody evolution doesn't just surface in this song, but also comes up in da-na-na-na. You know it. It's All Things Must Die. Joshua Turnover's favorite song. This song most of this just says die. Die, please. And it says it in lots of clever ways. For example, my favorite one is embers extinguished in effigy. And that's just so clever. Like Raven wants Cinder dead. Embers extinguished in effigy. That's such a cool image to see, like Cinder like dried up and turned into stone. That's probably what will happen. This might be foreshadowing if Cinder gets defeated by Ruby with the silver eyes and becomes just like a statue of stone. An effigy, if you will. This is creepy, but it kind of mirrors the first song. It's nearer, step by step you grow. This kind of sounds like it's building someone up. You're growing, but then it just messes it up completely, closer to your ruin, soon your time to go. You know, you're growing towards your death. Yay! And it's so great the way how creepy it is, because it's like an antithesis between like cute and motivational speech and a death wish. No, like a death wish. I don't know what to call it. You know, I wish you died. That's what I meant. Bloody evolution. Here it is. Bloody evolution. This world transcends. Or in other words, bloody evolution transcends this world. What does that mean? Is that this world is a powerless against bloody evolution. That's what I take from it. And bloody evolution, in my mind, is the removal of muggles in either killing them or using them to create the new generation of magic humans, which I assume Salem wants. And this reminds me of natural selection. It does talk about evolution. At the end of the day, the new generation isn't made for those of this world, but of the first. As in, this world is full of muggles, and they're powerless to stop my plans of making the humans magic again. So let me should make a hat of that. Making the humans magic again. A black hat the sky is possibly a reference to Grimm. I've read that somewhere, so I thought that was really nice. And then legends should scatter. Legends scattering is another thing that we get from the first song. I said that it was referencing the fables and how they just become folklore instead of common knowledge. So just say goodbye. This is funny. I just got this. I just understood this. Because it's basically Raven or Cinder talking to the other maiden. And maidens are technically legends. So they're saying, legends should scatter. You're a legend, so you're going to scatter. That's pretty clever. Another clever thing is murder and kindness conspiracy. As we know, a murder is a group of crows, and unkindness is a group of ravens, and a conspiracy is a group of... it's nothing. But I assume it's Osbin, just because it would fit very well in this list. Hunin, Munin, and Odin. You know what I mean? Crow, Raven, Osbin. I think it fits well, especially how Osbin is secretive. I'd assign him to conspiracy. Infinite matter. I read this as well. It's not my original idea, but yeah. This sounds like a reference to Grimm. Just how Grimm just seemed to keep coming from those infinite pools, We'll always evolve. We'll always evolve. We'll always evolve. An additional reference to Grimm, because Grimm can evolve. Will always evolve is true. They always evolve. If they don't die, they just keep evolving. They keep learning from their mistakes. You know what I mean? Recap. If this song were sung by Salem, there wouldn't be many contradictions. She's singing about her goals to eradicate muggles, as in non-magic humans, to make her own world, either of Grimm or magic humans, even though I don't know how she's going to bring the magic humans back by herself. If you think there's some stuff to add to this theory, absolutely, go ahead, let me know in the comments or on Reddit. If you like this video, you'd probably like the rest of my videos. So surf my channel, pick something you like.